Hey YouTube! Okay, so today I'm going to do a video all about tongue piercings and just frequently asked questions that come with it, like, does it hurt? Which is a question that you are going to get regardless of what piercing you get. Somebody's going to ask you if it hurt. It's just one of the most common questions about tattoos, piercings, everything. So I actually have like a little paper of frequently asked questions about it. Obviously, does it hurt? Will you have to buy a new barbell in 4 weeks? Will it affect your talking and your eating? And how to clean it, all that kind of stuff, aftercare. I got mine done in about mid-July, so I've had it for about 5 months now, and I have just a regular sized, traditional pink balled barbell. And I love it. I love my tongue ring, and every time I take it out to like change the jewelry or something, I just can't think about what I did without it because it's just so, I'm so used to having it in my mouth. But okay, so we're just gonna go and start with questions. Did it hurt? No, not at all whatsoever did it hurt. I went to Lady Luck in Hattiesburg, and this girl Sam pierced it, and no, she did not use clamps. Some piercers do, some don't use a little forceps. It just depends on who you go to for your tongue. But I just laid down, and she told me to stick my tongue out, and she cleaned it like with the iodine or whatever they put on there, and marked it. And she was just telling me, okay, take deep breaths, and then she told me to point my toes, and when I pointed my toes is when she stuck the needle through. And I actually was just like, wait, what just happened? Because no, it did not hurt at all. I hardly even noticed it, because the second she had the needle through is the second that she had that jewelry through, and I was just done, just like that. Easy. One of the easiest piercings that I've ever gotten. It was super fast, super easy, and no, another question is, did it bleed? It bled like a tiny, tiny little bit for like 5 seconds, and then that was it. It was nothing. What happens if you pull your tongue back during the piercing? From what I know, that's not really common. People don't do that because they're going to be holding onto your tongue with forceps or their hand, and they're just going to be holding it out, so you can't just like yank it back into your mouth. And I mean, it's like I said, it doesn't hurt, nothing terrible. Will it affect your talking and your eating? What research I did before I got mine done is it's best not to like act like it's in your mouth, like talk like you have some foreign object in your mouth. Just go about your life like nothing ever happened, and leave it alone. Don't play with it a lot, don't tug on it, don't bite on it, don't stick your tongue out at every given opportunity, because that's obviously going to irritate it. It will affect your talking like a little bit, and it's just due to the swelling and the soreness of your tongue, but you can take ibuprofen and Advil, just stuff like that, and it'll help take the swelling down. And as far as eating goes, it is really hard to eat for the first week. You're supposed to go on like a liquid diet kind of thing, you can't really chew anything. But when my boyfriend and I went and got ours done, we got them done together, and we went to Sonic the day right after we got them done. And it took me probably 3 hours to eat an entire burger, because I was tearing it into tiny itty bitty little pieces just to like cram on the side of my mouth and try and eat it. But after about a week, it's no big problem. Since I've had it done, it's been 5 months, and I think I might have bit the barbell itself like twice. So, can you damage your teeth and your gums? Yes, and especially with the jewelry that you have at first, because it's very long and it's, all metal. What I have right now, these That's just like plastic balls, so I can bite on them a little bit, but you can also break them if you bite on them too hard. But the stainless steel ones, or whatever you get pierced with, they're solid metal, and the bar is longer because your tongue's gonna swell up and it just gives it room. So you just have to be really careful not to bite it because it can chip your teeth. And, you know, pulling on it, messing with your, chewing on it and sticking it out up against your gums and everything, it can irritate them and everything. I actually, about 2 weeks ago, I kept that same bar in, you know, since I had it pierced for 4.5, 5 months because I just liked it. And I had to change it because it was rubbing the webbing on the bottom of my tongue raw, and it made it really sore and uncomfortable, so I had to change to something smaller and deal with that. Can you change the jewelry yourself? Yes, it's not hard at all. The only hard part that I had was getting the balls that the piercer put on there off, because she tightened them really, really well. And that's good because I never had to worry about, you know, the balls coming off and, oh my god, I've just lost my tongue ring and stuff like that. It's not hard. If you're scared or nervous to change your tongue ring by yourself the first time, you can go back to the same piercer or a local piercer and have them help you change it, and it's no problem. Will I be able to hide it from work, school, and family? After the healing period, yeah, it's not hard to hide it. The only part that's going to give you away is like the swelling and the talking funny and not being able to eat, you know. But after it heals, it's nothing. I got a job and my boss didn't know until, I've been working there since October, so he just found out that I have my tongue pierced, and I've been working there for months because, you know, like right now you can't tell that it's in my mouth because I'm talking normal, nothing different. The only difference is I'm kind of sick, so my nose is stopped up. That's it. So yes, you can probably hide it as long as you're not like sticking your tongue out and telling everybody, oh hey, look, I have my tongue pierced. And they actually make like a little acrylic post you can put in there, and they're like clear, so it hides it better. But I don't know how well those work because I've never tried one. Kissing and oral sex. You do need to wait the given time period, about 6 to 8 weeks, before you do any of that, because it's an open wound in your mouth, and if you're going and, you know, swapping saliva with somebody else, or, you know, doing anything that you shouldn't be with it, then it's going to irritate it. It could cause infection, and I promise you it is worth the wait. Because my boyfriend and I got them done at the same time, we didn't really worry about it because, you know, we both had them healing. But yes, wait 6 to 8 weeks before you do any of that. And I also would recommend waiting 6 to 8 weeks before changing the jewelry, period. That's how long I waited. I think I waited about 6 or 7 weeks before I changed mine, and it was easy. I mean, it was a little scary because, you know, I was taking this out, and then when I put my tongue back in my mouth while getting the other jewelry, I was kind of like, oh, it's weird because you're so used to it being in there. But yes, wait the 6 to 8 weeks. How do you take care of it? After you get it pierced, or before you get it pierced, your piercer is going to have you rinse your mouth out with mouthwash or something like that just to clean it. And some of the things I would recommend you getting before you pierce it, non-alcoholic mouthwash, sea salt, and a new toothbrush, because it will keep everything clean. Use the non-alcoholic mouthwash maybe 2 to 3 times a day. Don't use it too much because it can mess your taste buds up and it's bad. But what I did is when I'd get up in the morning, I'd brush my teeth and I'd just go very carefully around it and underneath it with the toothbrush. Get a soft bristled one so it's easier on it, and just be very careful to go around your tongue ring. Do not get the bristles in the hole in your tongue because that can irritate it and just go around it very carefully. And use sea salt, you know, just like some sea salt. I don't know what it's called, but just regular sea salt with some warm water, and rinse your mouth out every time you eat. It is very important to clean your mouth out every time you eat. Brush your teeth in the morning, at night, just like you normally do, and you're good to go. It's no problem. How much does it cost? Mine cost $40. That's including the jewelry, the piercing, everything. So I know that might seem like, oh my god, $40 for a piercing. I could just do that at home for cheaper. But I strongly do not recommend doing especially a tongue piercing at home, because there's arteries and all sorts of stuff in there, and if you mess it up, you mess it up bad. And I would say spend that $40 or whatever your piercer is and get it done professionally. Can I talk while it's healing? My boyfriend could talk like no tomorrow. He had no issues. I, on the other hand, my tongue's full up real bad, and it was hard to talk and hard to eat, and so I stayed quiet a lot. But yes, you could talk, but it might be a little bit difficult depending on how bad your swelling is. But you can take Aleve, you can take ibuprofen to help with that, and ice cream is your best friend. How do you eat with a new tongue piercing? Carefully. You can either do a liquid diet or be dangerous like I did and get a burger from Sonic. Just make it into very small pieces and chew carefully, and you're fine. Does it bleed a lot? Like I said, no, it doesn't bleed hardly at all. Maybe mine bled for like 5 seconds, a little bit, and then that's it. It's not like this, huge amount of blood. Some people notice like a white or yellow coloring, like up in there, up underneath it, and sometimes on the top you'll see like a white, like right up in there. That's normal. It's just your cells and everything going to fight and like, oh my god, why is there this gaping hole here, and trying to heal it. And it's, as long as you keep it clean and it's not turning green and it's not like extremely sore and terrible that you think you're gonna die, I'm sure you're fine. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to make a video about my lip piercing and my eyebrow piercing, which I just got yesterday, so I'll upload those when they're done. I also have my ears. I used to have them gauged, but I took it out because I didn't like them and they kept falling out, and it's too much trouble, so I just took it out. But yeah, those are all the piercings that I have for now. I'm thinking about my nose and stuff like that. I don't have my belly button done. I'm one of those girls who just thinks they're so nasty, and I just don't like them at all. It's just a personal preference. However, I do have about 8 tattoos. I have one on my chest and one on my arm over here, my forearms, and I can maybe make a video about those. If you guys are interested in seeing them, just comment down there and let me know, and I will make a video about tattoos. But that's it for this video, so I will see you guys next time. Bye!